freedom and justice and reproductive rights, all right? So let's get a hot track on and let's keep this going. I think it's some of my,
Hi, Board President here, Helen Davidoff, and I'm here with a rally goer. Can you introduce yourself to us?
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. Hi.
Hi, Elizabeth. Why are you here?
I'm here to fight for reproductive rights, and I'm here to stand up for justice and to declare that we're not going to...
One thing to our Congress, what would it be? I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Roe v. Wade is here to stay. Ho, ho, hey, hey. Roe v. Wade is here to stay. Ho, ho, hey, hey. Roe v. Wade is here to stay. Ho, ho, hey, hey. Roe v. Wade is here to stay. Hey, hey. Roe v. Wade is here to stay. Ho, ho, hey, hey. Roe v. Wade is here to stay. Ho, ho, hey, hey. Roe v. Wade is
My body, my choice. Yes, where are men in the crowd? Where are you at? Men equality, respect equality. 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 My choice is here, not yours. Yes, these are awesome. This is so great. All right, keep the dance party going on, and we'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, I didn't want to take
Hey! Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
I found another rally goer here. What's your name?
Brandon Johnson.
Brandon Johnson, can you tell us why you're here tonight?
I think equal rights are human rights, and I don't know how we're going to get along if we don't have half the planet being active in all of our decisions.
Yeah, I agree with you. How does it feel to be talking about this issue in 2017?
It's garbage, because we should have figured out by
Trash.
now that we need every great mind to help us, sort of figure it all out.
I love that. Tell
I
me,
don't know where we'd be without our moms, so certainly
isn't that fantastic? You're here for your mom.
Definitely.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Sure.
If you could tell Congress one thing about this issue, what would it be?
There are so many other things that you could be fixing right now. We got this. Mind your business.
Okay. I like it. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming tonight. Seriously, thank you. Yay. I love your signs. Look at this. These are great, aren't they? If you could tell Congress one thing about this issue, what would you say?
leave my rights alone.
Leave my rights alone. I love it. Would you have anything else to add? It's all about equality. Equality is the right way to go. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Lots of people here today, Alice. For Facebook Live? No? Or yes? Yes? Perfect. What's your name? Rebecca? Oh my goodness. We're here with TJW Los Angeles Live on Facebook, and I want to know, introduce yourself to the camera.
Hi, I'm Rebecca.
Rebecca, why are you here tonight?
Because I know that. Can you hear?
Louder.
I'm here to advocate for Roe v.
Pro-choice. I love that. Thank you. How does it feel to be discussing this issue in 2017?
How does this align with things that we have in really large schools? I think we should be where women should be able to represent by law, but being at this protest is just
Absolutely, it's a huge turnout. There's a ton of people here, a lot of great speakers, and if you could just have your sign up. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My mother wanted she could, but she can't walk anymore.
Come on up. What's your name? Jessie. Jessie? We're on Facebook Live with NCJW Los Angeles and Board President Helen Davidoff. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming out tonight. I love your shirt, first of all. It says feminism is the radical notion that women are people. Radical. So why are you here tonight?
I support, obviously, the effort to not overturn Roe v. Wade.
Absolutely.
Seems crazy. I support all, I don't know, equal rights for women. I don't know, that seems crazy.
It's radical. It's absolutely radical.
Oh, my body, my choice.
I love all of that. So if you could tell Congress one thing about this issue, what would it be? Oh, we're getting interrupted. We're in the middle of an interview.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. One thing you would tell Congress about this issue?
I have had an abortion and I have had zero shame, zero guilt about it.
Love it. Zero shame. That's awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, then one last question.
Sure.
It's 2017.
Yes.
It seems crazy to me that we're discussing this issue today.
Yeah. Me too.
Me too. Okay. We're not going back in time.
Not going back. Absolutely not.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Seriously. Thank you for that interview. That's awesome.
No backroom abortions.
Yes.
No backroom abortions.
Put your signs up. Men of quality respect equality. My body, my choice. I like that one. We will never go back. My body, my choice. That's awesome. There's another one. My body, my choice. Oh, we have a Congress one. Let's go see what they're saying.
I like that one. Keep Congress out of my
Congress, keep your noses out of my business. My body, my choice. Fantastic.
Interview some men.
Oh, sorry.
She's the baddest, straight up vicious section 9, asking her if she's alone. Since her prison until she said no.
Alright, let's get this going. We're about to start the party. Woo! Alright, here we go. So when I say abortion is a right, you say not a privilege. Alright? And then we're gonna get some of our speakers up down here. But let's warm up this block. Also, how great is this? Thanks to everyone who's keeping it secure. Right? All right, so come in here close. Bring it on close to the stage. Pack it in. There's space over here. Get it nice and tight. Woo! Let's stay warm tonight. All right, so abortion is a right, not a privilege. All right? Okay, here we go. Abortion is a right, not a privilege. 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 This half, my body. This half, my choice. Ready? My body, my choice. 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 My body, Let's hear it. Signs up. Let's show them off. Woo! Yes. There are cameras out here capturing all of you. Let's show them what we're talking about. All right? You guys are amazing.
Sees out of my uterus. Indeed, lady. Indeed.
Woo! All right.
Should we do another one?
Yep.
Well, let's do another call and response.
So when we say, what do we want? Abortion rights. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Abortion rights. When do we want it? Now. What do we want?
Abortion rights.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Abortion rights.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Abortion rights.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Abortion rights.
When do we want it?
Now.
Woo! Yeah, we do.
Another one. We won't go back. Response. We fight back.
Yes.
Yes. We won't go back.
We fight back.
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 Another one. What do we want? Abortion access. What do we want?
Abortion access.
What do we want?
Abortion access.
What do we want?
Abortion access.
Okay, guys.
Woo!
Let's give a round of applause for our chant leaders tonight. Hey, everybody, I want to thank you all so much for coming out here for the rally to save Roe, because abortion is your choice and not theirs. And this is exactly what we have to do. We have to stand strong, we have to stand united, and we need to show up and be visible. So I love all your signs. Let's hold them up. Let's show the world. Woo! Yes! So my name is Rosalind Huffman, and I'm one of the organizers with the National Council of Jewish Women LA of the rally tonight. So thank you, National Council of Jewish Women LA. I want you to know we have over 30 organizations from locally, from around the U.S., from the state, elected official offices, religious leaders who are all co-sponsoring this rally tonight. They've all come together for this. So thank you to all of our co-sponsors. Woo! So I want to introduce to you an amazing woman. She has been the longtime executive director of the National Council of Jewish Women LA. She has herself organized many, many rallies and is such a leader for our city. Hillary Selvin, please come up. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Got to get ourselves a little loud here today. All right. Thank you all for coming. It's going to be an amazing evening. As Roz says, we have amazing speakers. I cannot thank them enough for taking the time to be part of this. We know that this is really important for every single one of them that are here. Our amazing sponsors, please look at the list. It's very long, and I don't want to spend the time reading everybody, but they are so important. You will see them all. You will hear from them all this evening. And I want to thank them all for participating, being part of this coalition to make a difference to save Roe. I also want to thank all the media for coming out. I also want to thank LAPD for their support. A special shout out. A special shout out to Councilmember Koretz's office who helped arrange all this. Greg Ehrlich from Councilmember Koretz's office is right there. Thank you very much. And thank the council member who could not be here. We also want to have a shout out to the city of West Hollywood for helping to underwrite this. And a special thanks also to our food trucks who all decided to come out and support this by providing food for everybody. Yes, you have to pay, but they're here. And that's awesome. And we want to help our small businesses. So, as we welcome all of our speakers, our sponsors, and all of you have come out to rise up and be vocal about what is important, we must continue to fight for our right for reproductive justice, Yes? Our right to access to safe and legal abortion? A woman's right to choose? And our right to choose should not be decided in Washington by a group of men. And that excludes present company who are here out supporting us. Thank you. So when our rights are under attack, what do? We stand up and fight. Women need to be able to make their own health decisions. We want legal, safe, affordable contraception and abortion. Yeah. And prenatal care. We want information about reproductive health that is free from restrictions. We want proper funding for reproductive health care so women can lead productive and healthy lives. Is Roe important to you? Yes! It is why you are all here tonight. But closing streets and letting our voices be heard is just one step in making sure our rights are not taken away. Each of you must get involved through training, like the one after the rally tonight. Stay and get trained. Become trainers. Getting involved with any and all of the organizations sponsoring the rally tonight. Becoming true advocates and activists by writing letters and visiting your legislators. You are just beginning. The National Council of Jewish Women has been in Los Angeles for over 100 years, making a positive impact on the women, children, and families in our community. NCJWLA does not back down when the issues we care about are being compromised. We will fight alongside each of you to do the right thing, make sure the health and well-being of children, women, and families are taken care of. Thank you for coming out, rising up, and letting our voices be heard throughout Los Angeles. Save Roe! Now it is my honor to introduce Abby Land, former city council member, mayor of the city of West Hollywood, former executive director of the Trevor Project, and former CEO, co-CEO of the Saban Clinic, or whatever their name is now. The Saban Clinic. Abby is a fighter. She has fought her whole life for our issues, for who we are. She's been an elected official. She's been a nonprofit. She's really spent her life fighting for the rights of all women, children, and families in Los Angeles and West Hollywood and across the country. Welcome to Abby, our MC. Yay.
Thank you again, Hillary and NCJW. Yeah. All right, so here we are once again fighting to save Roe v. Wade. 44 years since Roe v. Wade has passed, and we still have to fight for it. Which is amazing, because in these last 44 years, I think things have been going okay for women and having the right to choose to have an abortion when they want and have access to health care when they want. I think it's been a good thing, but we're still fighting, and I'm so glad you are all here to join us. We have amazing speakers, we have entertainers, and most importantly, we have you. As Hillary said, we're going to have some battles. Laws all across this country are being passed to make sure and put barriers in the way for women to access health care and to access abortion when they decide that is the thing that they want to do. And we can't have those barriers. And here in California, we're lucky. We can't take that for granted. And we have to be here not only for California, but we have to show up for our sisters all across this country. We have to be loud and we have to make a difference. So with that, can I have my chanters get back up here? And give us a chant.
Okay. You guys, this involves numbers, but you all look intelligent, so it'll be easy. All we're going to do is count. The first part is 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't take it anymore. Second part is 5, 6, 7, 8. No more violence, no more hate. I think you can handle it. Should we try it? Let's try it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't take it anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8. No more violence, no more hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't take it anymore. 5, 6,
7, 8. No more violence, no more hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't take it anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8. No more violence, no more hate.
And how lucky are we? These are part of the Girl Gang. The Girl Gang is 150 women from the entertainment industry to stand up for women and girls all the time. And today we have Haley Terrace and Jenna Brister, who are going to give us a little bit of entertainment. They are so accomplished. Not only do they chant, but they are amazing. Jenna is an actress and a comic. She grew up in Seattle. She likes the weather a lot better. Hair, she works at the Improv. She does so much. And Haley Terrace, she's a writer. She's a producer. She's a comedian. She's from Los Angeles. She's a homegirl. And she is seen in so many places. She has a one-woman show, which I just had to talk about, Meet, Pray, Lust. And then she's also done another show called Titicaca. So there you go. Please welcome Jenny and Mindy.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much for having us. I was talking to Haley before this, and this is by far the most badass show we've ever been asked to do. Can I admit? This is way cooler than the back of a lot of bars. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I've been doing stand-up for 10 years, and I'm gonna tell you guys the first bit I ever wrote. As a 22-year-old female in New York City, I was like, what's a good thing I want to talk about? Oh, how everything I learned about dating and relationships, I learned from watching Disney movies. All right, you guys remember the classics, okay? I'm not talking about Frozen, any of that weird stuff they got now. I'm talking old school Walt, right? Yes, you know. I grew up watching those movies, and they definitely influenced me. Because the main thing you can learn from Peter Pan, if a guy comes through your window at night, go with him. Don't change out of your nightgown. Chances are he has a treehouse and really cool guy friends. Right? Pinocchio, if a guy's mouth is moving and his body parts are growing towards you, it's because he's lying to you. That's the main takeaway. I don't remember anything else in Pinocchio except that. I was like, that equals lying. Okay, good to know, Walt. Good to know. Snow White, always be the hottest one in your group of friends. Right? Everyone still uses that. And, my other favorite, Belle. You guys might have remember her from a 1992 documentary on Stockholm Syndrome called Beauty and the Beast. Gripping stuff, real gripping. Look past the back hair. He could be the love of your life. And if you ever want to, oh gosh, I love Beauty and the Beast, but yeah, there's all sorts of messed up messages in there, right? And then my favorite, and ladies and I know some gentlemen here in LA too, who loved Ariel, right? I remember watching that and being like, I want to be a mer when I grow up. If comedy doesn't work out, go to the sea. All right? But the main thing you learn from Little Mermaid is change everything about your body to please a man. And don't talk. She gives up her voice to the Sea Witch in Act 1 and doesn't get it back until Act 3. All right? When she watches someone who looks just like her but with darker hair marry the love of her life. Anyone else? 20s? Me? Only me? Only one? That happened like 4 times. I'm not kidding. Oh, no, but I love those movies. And it is a real joy and pleasure to be here tonight. And I want to bring up my dear friend Haley Terrace, who's going to delight you guys now. I love you. Thank you for being here.
Give it up for Jenna Brister! She's so funny. I love her. You guys, how stoked are you to be here tonight of all nights? Amazing crowd. You guys are amazing. The positivity is amazing. The helicopters. What's up? When Jenna was like, Haley, do you have any interest in doing some stand-up comedy at a rally to save Roe versus Wade, one of the most historic Supreme Court decisions of our time? I was like, of course, because nothing says comedy like the threat of taking away women's access to healthcare. It's so funny, right? No? Okay. Who's going to the march on Saturday? Yes!
Yes, I see my twinsies in the audience. Raise your hand if you're wearing one of these. Yes, twins. For those of you who don't know, we're gonna inform you this is called a pussy hat. This one was knit by my sister Lindsay. Don't worry, she's an attorney. She made 40 of them. 39 of them are on a plane right now to DC. And it's amazing. I love that we have the freedom in America to make our voices heard, whether it's taking to the streets or going to Joann Fabrics in the yarn aisle. Speak your truth. By the way, just a disclaimer to lesbians out there, to my bisexual friends out there, to the straight men, to our loving partners, gynecologists. True fact, disclosure, this is my first time popping my head into anything pussy related, and it is surprisingly pink, warm, soft, smells great. Why didn't I do it sooner? I don't know. I am really excited to be here because I am passionate about my ability to choose. I don't know about you. I don't know if you know anything about women, but we love choices. We love options. It's why fashion accessories exist. Do I want a bracelet? Do I want a necklace? Do I want earrings? Do I want all? Do I want none? I don't know. It's true. This is true if you have ever been to a restaurant and watched a woman order dinner. Like if I'm at Cantor's, I'm like, you know what? No, I don't want the burger. I want the veggie burger with cheese, no bun, on a salad, but with fries well done and ranch, not in the plastic shot glass. I want it in a bucket. I want to dive in. I want to swim in it. I want to do a kick turn, flip, kick, squirt it out my mouth. And that choice is something that applies to my body. That choice is something I don't want taken away from me. I don't care how big or tiny your hands are. So thank you so much for being here. Let's give it back to Abby Land.
Let's say Jenna and Haley one more time. Because if we don't have a little laughter during this fight, what's the sense of it, right? All right, so now I am delighted to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is a council member from the great city of West Hollywood. She's our former mayor, and I think many of you know her. Her name is Lindsay Horvath, and she has an incredible history of working for civil and social justice. She has been a leader since she was this high. She's this high now. No, she's been really incredible. She has fought for women to make sure women not only have access to abortion, to make sure women have access to health care. She's led the charge on issues in the city around domestic violence, making sure every rape kit was tested here in the state of California. She led that charge. She continues to fight to ensure that someday we're going to get the Equal Rights Amendment passed by Congress. She cares about everyone in the community, and I have to say, as an activist, as a person who understands policy, as someone who's going to always fight, she is also a terrific friend, and I am so glad to say she's my friend. Please welcome Councilmember Lindsay Horvath.
Thank you so much, Abby. What's up, Los Angeles? What's up, West Hollywood? I want to thank NCJWLA and all of our partners tonight for making this evening possible and for being an incredible partner in our city, because partnership doesn't just mean putting your name on this fabulous banner. It means showing up. It means educating the community. It means providing access and providing services that women and girls so desperately need. And I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all that you all do. West Hollywood is a pro-choice city, the first pro-choice city in America. And there's a reason for that. We as a city welcome all people who support a woman's right to any and all access to health care and to define her own destiny. I want to thank you for standing with us here tonight to let every woman and every girl know we won't go back. We won't go back to the back alleys and underground clinics. We won't go back to forced pregnancies and lost futures. We won't go back to coat hangers and crochet hooks. We won't go back to Clorox bleach or lye or turpentine. We won't go back to silent screams or the worst of our fears. We won't go back to abandoned careers or forsaken children. We're standing right here, now, together, shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm, free from fear, ready to fight. We stand, we fight, we won't go back. 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 That's right, Los Angeles, we're not going back. We're going forward.
All right, and it's a shame she has no energy. All right, I am delighted to introduce our next speaker. When we talk about electeds, you see the energy that Councilmember Horvath has. Councilmember Nori Martinez really gives them hell in the city of Los Angeles. She is the Assistant President Pro Tem of Los Angeles City Council. But the other thing is, she is the only woman on the City Council. And I'm sorry about that, but what's great is she is always willing to take on the guys when she needs to. And that's the kind of activist we've always needed, and someone that we will be needing over these next 4 years, because there are a lot of guys out there, present company excluded, but there are a lot of guys out there that are really going to make sure that we as women do not have our health care, do not have access to abortion. And Nori Martinez is used to scrapping it up. She will get in there, she will fight for every person here, every person in her district, and she is going to fight to ensure that those who often who don't have access to health care, who don't get a lot of what should be coming to them, she is going to fight to make sure the most underserved always get served. Please welcome Councilmember Nori Martinez.
Good evening! I can't hear you. Good evening! That's right. Thank you so much. Give a big round of applause to my sister, Abby. Thank you very much. And my sister, Lindsay. It's great to be here this evening. I know we're a little bit cold, but I just said a few minutes ago, I'm in shock about what's about to happen tomorrow. I'm not only pissed off, I'm in shock about what's about to happen tomorrow. What's about to happen to the countless women and men who have access to Planned Parenthood for their medical services. The countless families that I represent in the San Fernando Valley that count on medical services from Planned Parenthood. This new Congress and this new president have made it their #1 priority to ensure that they defund Planned Parenthood. And what does that mean? It means countless families that count on being able to get their cancer screens, being able to get contraceptives, being able to get their medical services provided by Planned Parenthood will not have access to these services. This is not only an assault on my families that I represent, but it's an assault on families across the country. And we're not going to take it anymore. We're fired up. We're fired up. We're fired up. We're fired up. I am very lucky that I come from a generation where we had safe access to abortion. But so many of my friends that I grew up with couldn't even talk to their parents about having sex, contraceptives, or God forbid, getting pregnant. So I grew up with a lot of girls who had to hide from telling their parents, who had to have unplanned pregnancies and deliver children that they didn't plan for. And that's really sad. Not all of us come from families that have an open relationship with their parents that they can go have conversations with. We need to protect our girls. We need to protect our families, and we need to ensure that there's services, safe services for them to go to if they need to when they find themselves in these situations. We need to do everything we can. This is war. This is war against women, and we're not going back. I want to hear, ¿se puede? Sí se puede. ¿Se puede? Sí se puede. ¿Se puede? Sí
awesome.
That was amazing. Let's keep it going. All right, we got a new chant for you. It goes, ho, ho, hey, hey. Roe v. Wade has got to stay. Ho, ho, hey, hey.
Roe v. Wade has got to stay. Ho, ho. Hey, hey. Roe v. Wade has got to stay. Ho, ho. Hey, hey. Roe v. Wade has got to stay. Ho, ho. Hey, hey. Roe v. Wade has got to stay. Ho, ho. Hey, hey. Roe v. Wade has got to stay. Ho, ho. Hey, hey. Roe v. Wade has got to stay. Woo! Loving these signs. These are so great.
Wow, her body, her choice. Yes. What else we got? What else we got?
We will not go back. No, we will not. Families for choice.
Families for choice.
Woo!
What do we got? Oh.
Paws off my pussycat. Yes. Woo!
Yes.
Justice won't be served until those who are unaffected
Get it, Shanna. Read it.
are as outraged as those who are truth.
Yes.
Justice won't be served until those who are as unaffected are as outraged as those who are. I just got chills. That's amazing. That's awesome. Will you come up here and show that? I agree. It takes everyone. All right?
Thank you, guys.
Everyone, not just those who are affected. That's why Men of Quality stand up for those. Right? That's an awesome sign. These are so great. Put them in your car window so we can identify each other and high five on the 10. Right?
Let's give it back to Abby Lynn.
Keep it up, guys. This is awesome.
Thank you. All right. Our next speaker is a remarkable woman, Juana Rosa Cavero. She is the executive director of the California Coalition for Reproductive Freedom. She has a strong commitment to reproductive justice, and she's committed to co-creating transformative systems changes for positive health and well-being, which is really, really important. She is the director of the coalition, and it's a coalition of nearly 50 organizations working to promote sexual and reproductive health rights and justice. 50 organizations. She brings people together, and Juana Rosa is great at bringing people together, finding what's important to people, figuring out how to talk so everyone understands why it's important. She brings people together and she makes change. Please welcome Juana Rosa Cavero up to the stage.
Hi, thank you, Abby. Thank you, NCJW, for this. I'm so happy to be here because this is power. This is power! California is unique because we have a base of organizations that are dedicated to ensuring our reproductive freedoms. California has had this for over 20 years. We have a powerful, powerful base here. We have made a lot of progress. But our commitment to reproductive health, reproductive rights, and reproductive justice is something that has protected choice and access to contraception, and it's a state that passes laws to protect the most vulnerable of communities, and that is what makes us so unique. But we also know that what makes us unique is that we know that choice, right? Choice is bigger, broader, and more complex than abortion, right? Because we are bigger, broader, and more complex individuals. We are complex individuals in that choice is about being young and knowing how pregnancy works with basic sex ed. Choice is about working part-time, minimum wage, already having children and knowing that you cannot afford another child. Choice is about being a young woman of color and deciding to keep a pregnancy. Choice is about being a man, a woman, a young person, a trans person, and deciding what is good about your body. And choice is about knowing your body and keeping others the hell away from it. This is the premise that choice is influenced and has impacted the complexities of our lives. This is called reproductive justice. And reproductive justice was initiated by women of color and raises the bar of reproductive health, reproductive rights up to that we are living complex lives and that these are complex problems, right, that we have in situations. And so everybody else stays out of it, and these decisions are ours. These decisions are ours. You deserve choice and you deserve freedom. And that is what California stands for. And that is the model that we have to show the rest of the country, that we know how to make this work. And we know how to make this here, but we cannot sit on our laurels, California. In Los Angeles, we need to raise up our voice. We know how things work, but we need to keep pushing it to protect what we have, and we need to demand more. So I'm excited here. I'm excited for what's to come in the advocacy training. We have to keep pushing it. We have to keep demanding more, and we have to keep working together to make this happen. So thank you.
We do have to keep working, and we do need to be activists. And our next speaker has been an activist for a very, very long time. She's been a lifelong champion of equality and fairness for women and children. She was the first woman in California history to be named the Speaker pro tempore of the Assembly, and she was the first openly gay or lesbian person to be elected to the California legislature. Sheila Q is now our county supervisor. And what a supervisor she is. Talk about being an activist. In a short time, under her leadership, the county is transforming. She just led the effort to establish a 5-year initiative to address the disadvantages and burdens that women and girls face in the county. She did this 5-year initiative, and in 5 years, I guarantee you, the county will be transformed how women and girls are treated and making sure that they get their fair share. She's also focused renewed attention on domestic violence, sexual assault, equal pay, and she is firsthand working with her colleagues to address the growing number of women and families that are homeless on our streets. Our county supervisor, we are so lucky to have her energy, to have her commitment, and to have her vision and activism. Please join me in welcoming, I just forgot, County Supervisor Sheila Q.
Okay, I have to step up in order to see you. When I first took office in the Assembly in '94, I was 6 feet tall, but you know, it's one of those jobs, what can I say? You cannot see all of yourselves the way we see you up here, but you are so beautiful. I am so happy that you're here. Because I'll tell you something, I'd love to save Roe v. Wade all by myself. Guess how that's not going to happen? It's not going to happen. It's going to happen because we work together. You've heard a lot about what's at stake. 44 years ago, actually before that, a woman named Sarah Weddington, who was an attorney, had this idea that a woman's right to choose could be found somewhere in the United States Constitution, and brought this case and fought it through the state and fought it through the United States Supreme Court, and the times came together in a magical way, and we had Roe v. Wade. And since then, we've been doing these rallies to save it. Off and on, every couple of years, somebody's coming after it. This looks like the most serious threat of all time so far that we've seen to Roe. So people say to us, what can I do? What can I do? So I'm going to tell you a couple things. We've started something, it's not an organization, although community organizing, getting together and working together is going to be the key. But we started something we call Operation Monkey Wrench. This is good for anything that Donald Trump does. Or anything that comes out of Washington in that parade of horribles that he's going to call his cabinet. Or the Congress. The Monkey Wrench Brigade, Operation Monkey Wrench, really has 3 parts to it, and every single one of you can participate. It's not that you sign up, it's not that you go online, this is about you. First of all, as we used to say in the old days, keep on keeping on. What are you doing that's good? Are you protecting and working with Planned Parenthood or any other organization? Don't stop. Don't let your heart be destroyed by this. We must keep up our energy, not just our anger, though I kind of love mine at the moment. We must keep our hearts up, our energy up, to keep moving forward on what we're doing and not be discouraged. Secondly, we need to throw a monkey wrench into everything we don't like that's coming out of Washington. How many of you ever did clinic defense? We've done clinic defense. We're going to do Planned Parenthood defense. We're going to do immigrant defense. We are going to put our bodies on the line in a way that many of us have over the years, and many of us are kind of looking forward to doing maybe for the first time. And we're going to do it in our governments, where we say no to what's coming out of Washington, whatever it is. We are going to do it in our nonprofits. We are going to do it in our neighborhoods. We are going to do it in our communities of faith. I want you to do it wherever you are, in your families, and in your own commitment to what you will do as an individual. The third thing under Operation Monkey Wrench is a little more difficult, because I may be abetting a crime by telling you this. I think it's important to lie, cheat, and steal. I don't care what you have to do to stop this machine that's going to operate against us. It's one thing to say, preserve Roe, but I know that you're here because you want to do something. And I want to tell you, I trust you. I trust you to do what you know is right. I trust you to organize with your communities, with your families, with your nonprofits. I trust you to join whatever governments you're doing. I trust you to write letters, but I honestly trust you to show up. And if we have to apply for federal money and say, well, do whatever you want, give me the money, and then do whatever we want with it. We're going to do it. In California, I brought a bill. I got very good support in the legislature. We embedded the rights included in Roe v. Wade in California statute. So they're going to be there. They're going to be there. But we're one of 50. And you know we have sisters and brothers all across this nation who are going to suffer under this administration. And we have sisters who are going to suffer because Roe is going to be at stake. They already have to drive to other states and some places to see if they can get the kind of reproductive health services they need. So do what you can. The final thing I want to tell you, and it leads into something that you'll see, which is funny and serious, sad and happy in a way. We're happy to have our rights. We're sad that we didn't have them before. I'm of the generation before Roe. Women got pregnant in my generation. Women in my generation who got pregnant, some of them really wanted an abortion. I went to UCLA. Apologies to all the Trojans in the audience. And let's hear it from the Bruins. I was in a sorority at UCLA. I don't mention their name because they kicked me out for being gay. Oh, well, you know, I showed them, didn't I? Believe me, they must be now on their alumni list. They forgot they kicked me out. So if you were in a sorority at UCLA in the 50s and early 60s, there was always a designated driver. Not the designated driver to bring you home because you were drunk. The designated driver that took you to Mexico for your abortion. All the houses had them. And other schools too. High schools as well. We took turns driving women to Mexico for very, very dangerous, not just back alley. I mean, they were lucky if you could find an alley. Expensive and dangerous abortions. That is what we will never, ever return to. That is why we protect Roe. No more knitting hooks. Exactly what has been said before, and you know. Thank you.
We won't go back! We won't go back! We won't
The right to freedom, the right of free speech, and the right for a woman to make the choice she needs to make at the time she needs to make it. Please welcome Hector to the stage.
We won't go back, will we? No! We're not going to go back. No! We aren't going to go back to the days when those with the means to travel out of state or out of the country could get an abortion, will we? No! Are we going to go back to the days when women had to drink turpentine, bleach, or detergents, inject toxic solutions, use coat hangers, knitting needles, rubber catheters, throw themselves off of they are, no matter where they live, no matter how much money they make, no matter their immigration status, no matter their gender identity. But now, the right to reproductive decision-making is threatened like never before. The President-elect has repeatedly opposed our legal right to abortion. The Vice President-elect has a track record of citing into law some of the most extreme anti-abortion policies in the country. States are racing. States are racing and tripping over themselves to pass the most stringent laws that they can cook up. And the House Speaker is intent on preventing patients from ever going to Planned Parenthood. But the right to abortion is the law of this land. And no one person and no one election can change that, right? The ACLU, I vow this with my full heart, is going to use the full force of its strength, its 53 affiliates across the country, its army of lawyers and lobbyists, and its 800,000. The power of the Constitution is on our side. If Congress passes federal legislation to restrict abortion, we will fight in court. If states attack women's dignity, autonomy, and healthcare access, we will fight in court. If religious entities use religion to discriminate and deny access to life-saving and necessary reproductive healthcare, what's going to happen? We will fight in court with every ounce of strength we have. And most important, people power is on our side. The will of the people is clear. 70% of the public wants to preserve Roe. But the majority cannot remain silent and passive. We have to do what you're doing here tonight. We have to mobilize and take to the streets, speak up and speak out, and remain vocal. We have to call on members of Congress to resist, and we must empower and embolden California elected officials to fight. Our life, our liberty, and our happiness depend on it, and we have to act like it now. If we do, we can and we will beat back the extremist politicians who want to throw back women decades into the past. Let's not go backwards. Let's fight attempts to strip our healthcare and rights away. Let's not give in until every woman can get the reproductive health care she needs. Thank you.
Okay, you magnificent people, let us hear your passion. What do we want? Abortion access. What do we want? You say abortion access. When do we want it? Now. What do we want?
Abortion access.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Abortion access.
When do we want it?
Now.
Woo! We have many sides. We just want to show these ones. Awesome sides. This one says we hold it, our beautiful model and friend here. Straight nudes. This one's for you. Straight nudes. If you like sex, it's in your best interest to be fighting for #RepoJustice with us. More rhymes than a Shakespearean sonnet. Am I right? It's a great sign. We got another one. Keep your paws and your laws away from my body.
That's a great sign, too.
Yes! Keep your paws
That's
Yes! That is like a hit single.